almost there. Welcome to the Basilius Hotel. The taxi driver took us here. It was like around 44 Turkish lira, which is probably like $20 or something like that, $18, $19, I don't know. It's 44 cents per lira. And we're in a hotel. It's a kind of a small room, not too big, but it's clean, and the bed seems, it's got a cover on it. It seems pretty firm, not bad. And we're going to plug in our netbook and connect up, and going to go and explore the town a little bit. So we'll take you with us. Beautiful display, lots of Turkish delight, and you know, I was not a fan when we tried it before, when we came to the port and tried Turkish delight, but we had some on the plane and it was delicious, and they have a million different varieties, and especially in this little shop they seem to have like a bunch of dried fruit and lots of Turkish delight. Just every different kind of flavor you can imagine. It makes me want to try every single one. Now off to get some real food.
Very good. It's like a hot apple cider. It doesn't even need the little sugar cube that comes with it. Very tasty. It's super hot.
Our first meal in Istanbul, and we're in the old city. This is where we're staying, which is very close to all of the tourist attractions that we want to see first. And we're having our first meal, which is apple tea and lahmacun, which is kind of a crispy, supposedly a Turkish pizza. But we'll see how close to pizza it is. I don't think that close. And a meat wrap. So how bad could it be?
What's your name?
Judy.
Judy. Catch is free. Yeah, where is the car? Where are you from, Judy?
Los Angeles.
Original?
Chinese.
Chinese. Korea?
Not Chinese.
What? Really? Come on! Thank you very much. Come on.
What a combination. How many flavors are there? It's like everything.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I saw vanilla, chocolate, caramel, lemon, strawberry.
Is it good?
So, yeah. The texture is totally different.
Can you compare it to some?
Stretchiness to it. But it's ice cream, but it's very good.
Well, apparently it's very sticky. Basilica Cistern. So one of the major attractions here in Istanbul, and supposedly quite a sight. Fish swimming in the drinking water. Don't advise you drinking any of it. The Basilica Cistern, located next to Hagia Sophia, was built to provide water for the city of Istanbul during the reign of Emperor Justinian I in the 6th century. The cistern is an underground chamber, 452 feet by 209 feet. The space is broken up by a forest of 336 marble columns. The cistern was cleaned up in 1985 through 1988. Dirty water and tons of mud were removed, and a platform was built to walk on. Located in the northwest corner of the cistern, the bases of 2 columns reuse blocks carved with the visage of Medusa. The origin of the heads is unknown, though it is thought that the heads were brought to the cistern after being removed from a building of the late Roman period. Tradition has it that the blocks are oriented sideways and inverted in order to negate the power of the Gorgon's gaze.
So we're right outside the Hagia Sophia, right over here. Everything kind of looks like there's scaffolding and construction going on, but we're gonna go in there first. It's a little busy because apparently the Blue Mosque, which is right across that way, is closed for morning services. So we're going to do the Hagia Sophia first and see where that leaves us when we're done with that.
So, just got tickets to Hagia Sophia, supposedly one of the most beautiful museums in the world, and we're going to go check it out. 30 Turkish lira each. So, we're on our way. This is supposed to be stunning, so I hope you find it as exciting as we do. I hope we find it as exciting as somebody does. Whoever writes those guidebooks. Let's go. Once a church, Hagia Sophia then became a mosque and now a museum. Probably one of the most interesting spots in Istanbul. It's the fourth biggest cathedral in the world with its 56-meter high dome, after St. Paul in London, St. Peter in Rome, and Duomo in Milan. However, the main fact is it was built more than 1,000 years before the others. Church of the Holy Apostles was the first name of the church when it was built in 360 AD. However, it collapsed in a riot in 414 and once more collapsed again in a riot in 532. The current structure was built in 537 by Emperor Justinian. The emperor decided to build a gorgeous church replacing the previous one. In 1453, when Constantinople fell, Sultan Mehmed turned the church into a mosque. It was used for nearly 500 years. 10,000 workers worked for 5 years. The dome of the church is 55.6 meters high from the ground, has a radius of 31 meters. Even after 1,500 years, it is still the fourth biggest cathedral.
Well, we're in Hagia Sophia, and it's crowded, but it's quite beautiful. And we talked to our guy at the hotel, and he was saying that this was a must-see, and we read that as well. And this has been here since the 500s, and so it's really quite amazing that something this huge and beautiful can be built back then. It's about 1,000 years older than the Blue Mosque, which is right across the way. So we really wanted to make a priority to come and see this. Gorgeous.
See what's out that window. Fascinating. It is really beautiful, and I'm so happy there are a few preserved of the old Greek Orthodox Church. So you have a few saints, Jesus, just a few depictions of figures, because in Islam, it's wrong to depict figures. That's why everything's full of geometric shapes and designs, but they never would paint people. And so it's a rarity here to find something like that, and that some of these antiquities aren't completely lost, because they were plastered over, and then somebody came back and took all the plaster off and revealed these beautiful mosaics and paintings of religious figures. Good stuff. So we're going on our way to get some nighttime street food, and our hotel manager told us where to go, and we bought our Istanbul card. I don't have it's in my pocket, but Istanbul card, and you charge it with a certain amount of money, and then you get on the metro and ride it, and it's like half the price as if you would have paid cash for a token. So that's really good, and we're going to be here for a few days, so that's what we're going to do. And this is our first time on the public transport, so we're going to go off and get some street food, and you can go with us. Good? Good. Is that what you've been waiting for? So, kind of like a giant slider. We saw Anthony Bourdain taste these, so we had to have one. $1.20 or something. Not bad. Really good. Good, right?
Kind of like a sweeter sauce. So it's like a slider with a kind of a spicy barbecue sauce on it. The bread is like super soft and soggy. It's good. Oh my goodness.
What you eating, Judy?
Roasted chestnuts. They've got these stands all over Istanbul that have these chestnuts roasting, and it's great because they kind of split them for you and they roast them. And I had to have some because they reminded me of my dad. I remember getting these when I was little and visiting my dad in Hong Kong, and he'd always splurge and get us some. So we splurged a bit on these too, but they take me back, nostalgia.
Grand Bazaar is one of the largest covered markets in the world. It's got 4,400 shops in 64 streets and has 22 different gates. Here we are, Jay.
It's pretty grand.
It's...
But we're looking for the bazaar.
Exactly. Covered Bazaar is also known to be one of the most important gold markets in the world. The bazaar was first constructed in 1464 by the order of Mehmet II. It's had many restorations over the years due to extensive fires and earthquakes. What do you think, Jay?
It's a little overwhelming. And you don't really want to stop and browse because people get really aggressive, and I'm not really into that. So I'm kind of getting hungry. I'm looking for ice cream.
Me too. And though the covered bazaar is supposedly one of the must-sees of Istanbul, it really is just a giant shopping mall. So today we had kofte, which is meatballs. They're really actually meat logs, and they're quite delicious. Not super flavor. Things in Turkey are much more subtle flavors than we're used to at home, which seems to really be salty or sweet or sour. But this place, everything's just kind of much more subtle, but they were delicious. We had that bean salad with it and had to share the table with another person, and this other person happens to be an architecture student who uses 3D Max like I do and V-Ray like I do, so we got into a little discussion, which was great. And this was recommended by the guy at our hotel who said, "You want good meatballs, this is the place to come." So we came, and it was pretty darn good. So now we're off to do something, and I don't know what, but we're having fun. Turkey. So we take our shoes to go inside. This is the new mosque. not to be confused with the old mosque. J&J here, and we went to the Grand Bazaar yesterday, and we were not overly impressed. It was very retail, very commercial, lots of hounding salespeople trying to sell us leather goods and t-shirts and all kinds of stuff, and we resisted almost we didn't buy anything at all. But we got sick of it and got out of there. It was just too much. It's too overwhelming. So today we're going to go to the spice market, which we hear is a little more rustic, and we have to walk our way there because the metro's shut down because of the Olympics.
The Olympics.
I mean the marathon. The Turkish marathon.
Take 3,000.
For chicken dance for barbecue.
I know masala. Masala is one of our favorite flavors.
It's for a lot of things.
Masala.
Fish spices. These are beautiful.
No, it's finished. But choose this one brown and orange.
We just was in the new mosque, which was gorgeous. Beautiful mosaics everywhere. It was just beautiful. And it's right outside the spice bazaar, which was also wonderful. We really enjoyed that. It was much more of what we pictured a marketplace in Istanbul should be like. And the vendors were very, very friendly instead of aggressive, which, you know, this American appreciates.
Welcome to Istanbul.
So, my new friend is going to come visit us sometime. And we talked all last night. We talked for 5 hours last night. And I didn't
So
sleep
we
at all.
are very sleepy right now. We don't want to sleep.
We talked about meat and how to cook meat.
All kinds of kebabs.
Kebabs. There are so many different kebabs. I had no idea. But now I know. So next time we come back to Istanbul, I'm going to eat 6 different kinds of kebabs at least.
And we're staying here again.
And we're staying here again, of course.
Hotel Vesuvius.
So
I'm very happy to hear that. Take care always.
thank you. Thank you. So if you're in Istanbul, Hotel Basilius, you'll get to see this guy, and he will help you whatever you want to do. He'll help you do it.
Have a nice
And he
day.
won't tell anyone where the bodies are hidden.
Oh, you couldn't.
Come here and enjoy your visit.